I was in Hyvinka, and it must have been late February or early March or something, and we were just coming home from knocking on some doors, and it had been a kind of average day, I think. We were in a good mood for all intent and purpose, and we had just walked inside our building, right, and just as we had turned the corner to start walking up the stairs, the elevator door swings open, and this Finnish lady walks out, wearing all red, right? Mind you, red shoes, pants, coat, gloves, scarf, hat, like Santa Claus, basically, right? Or Mrs. Santa Claus, right? And she looks at us and says, "Boys," or "Pojat," in Finnish, and we've stopped. We turned back to her, and a lot of missionaries get to know their neighbors. Chat here and there. We don't always get to be too friendly with them, but we say hi as we pass and whatnot. But I don't think we'd ever gotten to know her. I didn't even know who she was. But she stops us and she looks at us and says, "What are you doing?" And we say, "Oh, we're just getting home. We were out talking to people about Jesus. You want to hear about him?" And she's like, "Oh, no. I know everything about Jesus." And we're like, "Oh, okay. All right. You sure?" She says, "Oh, I'm positive. Oh, yeah. No need. Thanks, but no need." And we say, "Okay. Well, can we do anything for you?" And she says, "As a matter of fact, you can. I want to sing to you." And we say, like, "Sorry, what?" She says, "Yeah, I want to sing to you. Can I sing a song?" And we just say, "Yeah, sure. Please, like, sing." And she says, "Okay." And she just kind of like gathers her senses, she just like stops and like looks up and breathes and like big breath in, big breath out, like she's preparing to sing like at the opera or something. And she looks at us just like dead in the eyes and says, "Here we go." And belts out this song that the only word I could recognize in the song was the word red, just punainen. And we don't know what she's saying. At the top of her lungs, mind you, in the middle of our building. And like a lot of, for example, the doors in Finland in buildings like that are solid wood, but you can still hear through them. You can hear through the cracks in the doors, and walls sometimes are thin. And so I imagine the whole building had to have heard. And I mean, she sang for a solid 30 seconds or something. And it was just the most weird, like, inexplainable situation where my companion and I were both so uncomfortable and awkward that we didn't even know what to do. And so we just kind of sat there as it happened and became like victims of her inebriated or drunken way of singing, I guess, because she was definitely drunk. We could smell the alcohol in her breath. But anyway, she finishes and she looks at us and says, "Well, how did I do?" And we said, "You sounded so good. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day." She says, "Thanks, boys. You too." And walks out the door. And that was it. That was just that. This was in the same city in Hyvinka with my first companion. And we were walking home for the night. It was about 8:30, maybe 8:40. We're on our way home. And we had just come from what ended up being a huge bash. Right? We knocked on this guy's door. He opened up the door. And I swear it was a trap. He knew we were coming or something. Because his Bible was like standing like right next to the door on a little like door stand or something. And he just wouldn't have anything of what he had to say. And he was kind of rude. And so we were feeling not bad, but we were pretty fed up with the night as it was. And so we're walking home and just doing what we can to stay positive. Talk to people still if we can on our way home. And we go to stop this guy, and we start talking to him, and we can kind of tell pretty quickly that he's drunk. But I don't know, you still talk to him, you see if he happens to be drunk interested. You never know. And we're chatting with him, and we're asking him, "Do you believe in God?" And he says, No, I do believe in something, but not God. No, you know what I believe? I believe in snow. I can see snow, so I believe in snow. And they said, no, I take that back. I don't believe in snow. You know what I believe in? Donald Duck. And the catch is that Donald Duck is huge in Finland. I don't really know why, but it is. They love Donald Duck. And so he believed in Donald Duck. And, my companion and I are entertained, but we kind of see ultimately that, like, you know what, let's let this man go. Let's keep walking on the way home. And so we go to say goodbye, and it was cold outside, so my companion had his hands inside his jacket, inside his pockets, and he goes to pull his one hand out of his pocket to shake his hand. And the man kind of jumps back and says, whoa, 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 stop. And my companion goes, wait, what? And he looks at him and says, well, you have a gun in your pocket. Don't shoot me. And my companion slowly pulls his hand out of his pocket and he says, I don't have a gun. We're church boys. And the man just busts out laughing. He's like, oh, I thought you had a gun. I thought you were going to shoot me. I was worried you were the undercover police. Okay, thank you. Thank God. Okay, have a great night, boys. And we were like, okay, sounds good, man. And shook his hand and walked away, and that was that. I have friends who served missions in Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, and, have had some wild experiences, things that they don't tell their moms until they get home, because mom wouldn't want to hear about it. And I really never had any of those experiences. Finland it's a very safe, very well-regulated, tame country. So I never had experiences like that would make mom's hair stand up on edge. But I just had, the occasional kind of fun, wacky experience that makes you just fall in love with the nature of, the madness, I guess, if you could say that.